Hey everybody, I'm here today to do a review of the voting game. It is an awesome, fun game that allows you to find out what your friends are really thinking. Alright, so this is sort of what the game setup looks like, and I'm going to be explaining to you what's included in the game and sort of how to play the game. Alright, so this is actually what the box looks like. I'll just show you what the box looks like before we actually start the game. And as you can see, it has a very nice simplistic design, and inside of the box you will find a few things. You will find player ID cards. Okay, they look just like this. You will also find voting cards. They look just like this. And you will find question cards. They look like this. Now, although I only have a small pile of question cards right there, if I open the box, you can see that there are many more question cards that are included in the box. And this game includes a wide variety of awesomely interesting questions. So this is sort of how to play the game. These are the basic instructions for playing the game. So each player gets a player ID card. As you can see, I'm imagining that we are playing the game with 5 players, and these player ID cards basically identify the player for the duration of the game. And each player also gets a deck of voting cards. And the deck of voting cards contains every number from 1 to 10 other than their own number. So for instance, this player would get all of the numbers from 1 to 10 except for 1. This player would get all of the numbers from 1 to 10 except for 2, and so forth. Okay, so basically to play the game, this is how you play it. So you'll start off, and a player is going to draw a question card. So your player is going to draw the question card. They're going to read the question on the card. So this one says, "Who has most recently lied to get ahead?" Now, here's a fun fact. If the player draws a blank question card, they can actually fill it in and make up their own question. But for this one actually has a question on it. Who has most recently lied to get ahead? So what each player is going to do now is they're going to take their voting cards, and they are going to place their voting cards face down in the center, and each player will vote on the person that fits this question. So you're going to vote on who has most recently lied to get ahead. You're going to use your voting cards to identify one of the players that fits this question. So I'm just going to go ahead and simulate people voting right now. So I'm just going to take one voting card and we'll put it in the middle just like that from each player. So we're just going to imagine that each player went ahead and voted. And I'm trying to do my best to work the camera with one hand while playing with the other hand. So now the person would shuffle all of the voting cards in the middle, and they're going to lay out the voting cards to figure out who has the most votes. So let's just say we were laying them out. Someone voted for player number 2, someone voted for player number 1, someone voted for player number 4, someone voted for player number 5, and another person voted for player number 2. So what's going to happen now is each player that received the vote, okay, so player 1, 2, 4, and 5 are going to guess to try and see if they can figure out who voted for them. And the player that received the most votes wins that round and collects the question card. So in this case, player 2 received the most votes. Player 2 would win the round and would collect the question card. So the player 2 would actually collect the question card, and everyone would receive their voting cards back once again. All right, now and then you basically rinse and repeat that. So then, the next player would draw a question card, would read the question, and so forth, and it would just rinse and repeat. So how does someone win the voting game? Well, the first person to collect 6 question cards. So basically the first person to win 6 rounds wins the game. And that's basically it. It is an extremely fun game. It is, in my opinion, a fun game with fun questions, and it's a great party game. And in my opinion, this game works much better when you have many people that are playing the game. But that's basically it. In this video review, I just wanted to go over the voting game. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.